It is your brother from the other mother, your favorite farmer, Mercy Merce. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Garden Gumbo. Tonight's segment is called Exploring Your Roots. We're going to have tonight a beautiful guest, a good Navy comrade of mine, Mrs. Roxy. She lives in LA by way of Chicago, an outstanding farmer, and a delight to us all. Let me get set up. I am going to activate my mods and let them know what time it is, because we can't do this without them. And you gotta need help. You need a team. Always need a team. People share the live. Who we have in the building? Oh, I see Shayna. Hey man, let us know where you hitting us up from. Put your cities in here, so we give some love to everybody. I see Roxy in the building. You know what I mean? Hey Shayna. Hey, this is a beautiful garden TikTok, garden talk, garden advice, garden hacks, garden talk, garden jive, garden everything at the Garden Gumbo. We got to get hydrated because we are like plants as well. We need plenty of sunlight and we need water. We need that H2O and H3O. I'm excited tonight. This is one of my favorite gardeners. She's a pioneer. To me, she's going to talk about vertical gardening and these amazing techniques that she has. So this is the time to get your pens and paper as usual. You know what I mean? This ain't the soup. This is the gumbo. We like to bring in all the interesting people. So please share the live. I appreciate all those likes and all of the gifts and stuff that you guys give us every week. Let us know where you're hailing from. So we're going to make sure you are we accentuate your city and state as well. And maybe the people on YouTube will love you too. Not only you're here on TikTok, welcome to TikTok, your home. And I am your brother, Mercy Merce. So, I see ATL and checked in. Hey, Grow Girl. Hey, Sweet Pea from Pittsburgh. Shayna is also from Alabama, or is it Georgia? I forget. I don't remember everything. This tormented genius has a lot of knowledge in it, so I can't remember everything. Hey, everybody. Yes, this is your weekly dose of dopamine if you're a farmer. Hey man, this is a quick fix and a quick hit, you know, for us who love that garden material, man. You know, this platform, we invite farmers on here and give them an alley to just talk about what they're doing, how they're helping out in their community, sharing whatever they have. This is a clean channel. It's kid friendly. No drugs and alcohol, no profanity. We keep it crisp and clean and no caffeine. And we follow the community guidelines. That's what we do here, you know. And we try to keep it a real G show, a PG show. Because these are valuable times we have. And it seems like every other week they want to shut us down. So, yes, I see you in the chat. Alabama, Atlanta, and Pittsburgh. And, of course, Chicago is in the building. How could we forget? You know, so, before we start, if anyone would like to join the show, then you please write us an email at thegardengumbo@gmail.com. In subject line, I want to be on the show. And we will send you an email back and we'll discuss with you how it is to get on the show. And if we're selected, we'll schedule you and you too could be on the Garden Gumbo. So We just want to put that plug out there. We're going to have some Garden Gumbo shirts coming out real soon and some other merch real soon. Keep it locked. If you haven't already, please follow us at the Garden Gumbo on YouTube. And also Merciful Family Farms on YouTube. And when Roxy gets on, praise God, she'll be able to tell you where you can find her as well. So I think we got out all of the commercials. Okay, so I guess we should start the show. You know what I mean? I will bring on our guests. Just gotta wet my whistle. Come on, beautiful. Got a little. Hey, Roxy. Hey, Beautimus. Now
Hello,
you.
hello. Let me see if y'all can see me. Let me do a little test trial to make sure I'm in here because I tried to. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well.
All right. We good. We good. We good.
We just want
Hey,
to let you
mercy,
know
mercy.
you a Beautimus today. You half
Okay.
beautiful, half gorgeous. You Beautimus, okay?
Appreciate you, my
All the day.
brother. Appreciate you, my brother. Uh oh. Uh oh. See that, mercy?
Right. See, the lightning is striking me.
Hey, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? No, man. That nothing's gonna stop the show. You know what I mean? We gonna keep on
Absolutely.
rolling.
Absolutely.
That's how we do
Absolutely.
it. So how are things? Tell me
Things
something
are
good.
going. Things are great, man. Gardening, doing everything. Just been out in the garden. You know how we do things,
Yes, ma'am.
watching everything grow. It's been
Planning for
wonderful for me.
success. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you think you think I should start with an intro, or before we could just let it just roll on how we want to roll.
I say it's whatever's clever. You know how we do. You know what I mean? We roll with the punches. Anything
Ladies and
great.
gentlemen, I am proud to present our sister Roxanne. This sister she hails from Chicago, and of course she joined my branch of service, which is the United States Navy, which I gotta respect her for that. Black veterans going into the farming space is a flex, okay? And
Big
we'll
one.
get into that.
Big flex.
So we want to say thank you for your service. This is a female veteran. Please put some respect on her name. She's a wife. She's a mom. She's a family member, and of course a friend of the show. And I just want to present
Absolutely.
Sister
Thank you.
Rox. Plenty,
Appreciate it.
plenty.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it. Always mercy. Good to be here.
Yes, likewise. It's always cool vibes with you, man. I don't even know where to begin. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I hail from Chicago. You know, born and raised, my favorite city. One of my favorite cities. Good food, good times, good joy. That USN though, we have not the whole whistle. And so yeah, that USN was a fun. It was a fun ride. We ride that wave and do what you can do. I went in there, hail from Chicago, young lady, went in there and was like, man, I was a little paint chipping in the beginning. Your job can change in classifications. Yeah, I was a
Yes.
little. What they call them, deck seaman. That's what they call them. So I said, I'm changing this job. And so I changed my job in middle classification before I graduated. And I was like, hey, I want to be a corpsman. I want to, I like to help and heal people. Like, girl,
I
who
know
you think
that's
you
right.
are? That was my intentions. And I knew I had already had kind of experience in helping the elderly and the young ones. And so it's like it's natural as a woman to go into a medical field for sure. And so I definitely went into the medical field in the Navy medicine. It was the funnest. Matter of fact, I don't think nobody have, and I shouldn't say that. I had a, I had the greatest career. I really did. I had the greatest experience, and
Let
the
me
greatest
tap in
experience
right
is.
there. Let me
Go
tap
ahead,
in
brother.
right there. I
Go
just want to
ahead,
say this.
brother.
Listen, I just want to, cause it's the man. I'm excited. Um,
Yeah.
First off, being in the military. It's a confined environment, so it's not a lot of people. Like in my squadron, I'm speaking for myself. We only had 600 people in my squadron, right? So
Okay.
these men is like a little city. So the hospital
Was you in
staff,
one of
20 people, huh?
the 900 division?
Oh no, I was at Airedale. You know, they call me
Oh,
Hollywood soldier.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
We
Okay.
fixed
Hollywood. I
people.
know Hollywood. I know Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We went in San Diego, but I just wanted to say I wanted to accentuate that one piece. Being a hospital corpsman, you have to take care of 900 to 1,000 people, so that is strenuous in itself. We kind of just breeze through that. I just wanted to let people feel that for a second.
I,
Yo,
I
please
thank you,
continue.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, and hospital corpsman. Don't get me wrong. A part of our boot camp it includes a part where we go through this activity. I won't get too detailed about it, but we have to go through what we call battle stations. Okay, and that prepares you for a real life career in this organization. And in case things go down, things go wrong, we got. Let me tell you something. What Mercy won't do and what I won't do, we won't panic. We're gonna figure it out. Okay. That's what we learned. That's what we was taught to figure it out. That energy that you're gonna use to frustrate yourself, just take it and figure it out. That's what they teach us. Okay. And so with that being said, being in that atmosphere of taking care of people, I knew this in boot camp. I volunteered. They said in boot camp, we got to do one of our drills required going through a dark room, like flashing lights. Don't get me to going on about it, but flashing lights. And I'm like, oh, I'll be the hospital corps because, when I get out, I'm going to be a nurse and all, CNA with my, I'm all, I got this. I'm going to take care of everyone. Worst decision I ever did. Okay. Because
Here we go.
as
Come
the
on.
person in the medical field, you're the
Yes.
last one. That's your patient. You can't go before the patient. Okay.
Right.
It's dark. When I tell you I cut every knuckle over a
Wow.
board trying to lift up stretchers in the dark, okay, going over
Wow.
sand. It's sand in my knuckles that's blooded. Like it's real life stuff. And so you wouldn't imagine, just to say I haven't even had a title yet. I haven't had classes. I haven't had a school. All I knew is that when I got out of this boot camp, I'm gonna save lives. And guess what I
Wow.
did? Started
Save
saving
life.
lives. I stand on that. And so I actually, and what I talked to Mercy about early was we do as a military medicine is one thing that I didn't mention that's really pivotal to the change that came amongst what I'm doing right now. I was in military medicine, and so at one point in time, as a corpsman, we're doing medical things. You might think of a technician. You might say, "What's a hospital corpsman? What do you mean?" Um, Ma'am, sir, that is a nurse, a doctor, a healer, a provider, the one you want in your face when
Yes, you right.
times are in need. Okay, you need me, we there, and we had to do things like that at certain times. It's like people like, what you mean? Like, we don't have a license, but I pushed meds before. So yeah, you might think like, well, how did you do? Yeah, great mentorship, great education, and great learning lessons. And I remember one time. Um, I was overseas. I was in Germany in an 11-1 trauma unit hospital.
Wow.
And I was taking care of our wounded warriors during the time of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom during the,
Hmm.
global war on terrorism, if you will. And what happened was I would like to learn. I'm like a learn chick magnet. Like I got books all over. I got knowledge. I got to feed this. I like that. I like to write and read. Like I got to critical think all day long. Mercy,
You already
it,
know. Come on.
that critical thinking is very important to keep you going. And so what happened was I lined up with these top flight surgeons. I'm talking about they're taking care of the best in the nation. This is the best doctors you can ever. Probably couldn't afford them. I'm just saying they're there. But these guys rounded up one morning, and I'm standing there, and I heard something that has followed me throughout this whole entire journey that I will never forget, and I will always repeat it every time I get a chance. And so, what the doctors did now, these are surgeons. You got about $2 billion in the group, okay? $2 billion, just lightly. I'm just going to say that number, okay? Lightly on the light side. We're talking about a cardiosynthesis cardiocentesis. It's surgeons, it's names out there you never heard of about people in their
Correct.
descriptions of job. That's why I get
Specialist.
my own self titles. Yes, yes, yes. They have titles out here you wouldn't understand, but they go into the body and do things, whatever. And so, with that being said, you want to have these doctors going around. You got your pulmonologist, you got a cardiologist, you have actual the nurses. Maybe nurses didn't care about what them doctors were saying because they taking care of the patients. So here come little me, ears up like this, listening to everything they had to say. And one doctor blew my mind. He said, and they laughed. They laughed. They thought it was actually funny, but I learned something from it. I thought I was going to be a journalist. He said to his coworkers and his friends, "It's easy to fix trauma.
Whew.
Man, if you get hurt, you lose one of these little parts. We can stitch you back up, patch you up, put a bandage on it, throw some Perlex in there, wound you up, what the dry dressing, whatever you need. We good. But medicine is hard to fix." That's what the man said. Medicine is hard to fix. It never left my mind. And I said, we talking about over $2 billion sitting right here. It's hard. What did that pay you to do what? It just baffled me a little bit. And so I always went on to say that I got to crack the code. Medicine cannot be that hard. I can't be sitting here side by side with people that I've known have came in there and they true lifesavers. These people want to know they're not for the faint of heart. Like they get their hands dirty. It don't matter their rank. Like when we're in this medical field in uniform, it's a different situation. We don't play like some people play like khakis ahead of the line. When you're an officer enlisted in the military, you do. When you come to medicine, everybody is on a playing field. We treat on the level of triage. Okay, if you're worse than that person, he's going first. Doesn't matter your rank. It matters about your health. And with that being said, I actually took that forward when I got out, and I always pondered to myself, what does he mean when he said trauma is easy to fix, but medicine is hard? How? How? How?
Can't tag me in, coach. I gotta let
Yeah.
me distill that. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Please,
said a
please,
lot.
please. I
Okay,
did. I
so
did. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you what my ear heard. First and foremost, you were correct. You said a light 2 billion is in the room, right? Let's start with that, right? We're gonna break every piece of that down. So,
Yeah.
like she said, you got the and man, the person who gives you the shots, antithesis or whatever, and you have all of these people. You got the clinicians that just work the boards, or
Yeah.
they clean you up, or they
Mm-hmm.
they fix the broken bones, or
Yeah.
administer the medicine, et cetera, et cetera. What I
Mm-hmm.
heard, what you said was, what I know and understand is, medication is for an extended period of time. Medicine is just for a short time. So that's what, possibly what he meant. But also what he meant was with the trauma piece, I don't know if I totally agree with it. When you bandage a person up, that's one thing, but
Mm-hmm.
the long-term care of this person is another thing, right?
That's right.
I will, I'm gonna bring you to a song. It was a song called from Bill Winters, right? Bill Withers.
Withers. Okay. Yeah.
The song is like I can't write left-handed, right? It was he was
I know that
doing the
song.
USOs and
Yeah.
like entertaining the
Yeah.
troops or whatever. And he talked to some
Mm-hmm.
of these guys, and basically one of the guys got shot. He was a young guy, and he said the
Mm-hmm.
bullets going over his head wasn't a thing. He
Mm-hmm.
got that from being in neighborhoods like Brownsville, Chicago, whatever it is. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
didn't shook him up. When he got
Right.
shot is what shook him up. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow.
Right. And the song is I can't sing, but he said I
Just
can't.
give us
Well,
a.
anyway, it's a song. He's like I can't write left-handed. Can you please
Mm-hmm.
write a letter for my mother?
Mm-hmm.
Tell the Reverend Harris, the pastor, to pray for me. You know what I mean? And he just went
Okay.
down this whole long thing, and like how
Mm-hmm.
when the bullet shot him, it shook him up. because
Wow.
you had all that courage, that liquid courage or whatever, that adrenaline,
Hmm.
but when it got popped, it
Yeah.
changed his
Yeah.
mind.
Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He
Oh
want to
yeah.
live. He
Oh
want to
yeah.
live.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? You start thinking
That's right.
differently. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
So very there's so many different jewels in what you're saying, but like
Yeah.
I want to go back to the piece what you said, like, as you bandaging this guy up, you gotta the long term care of that. And
Hmm.
I want to just really get people to know, like, in these um I call them skeleton crews,
Yeah. Yeah.
in these small little um units, you have to do everything, and it's as the needs of the Navy. So you thought you was
Absolutely.
going to be the paint chipper. Oh, we need you over here in the hospital. We need you over here in this flight line. We need you over here at the quartermaster's deck. Whatever it is, it's as
Yeah.
needs of the Navy. So
That's right.
if you used to just dealing with
You a
psych,
sailor before you your job.
correct, correct, and they'll pull you in any kind of way, whatever they need you, and your
Absolutely.
attitude, except your attitude will help your aptitude, because they can
Yeah.
train you, right?
That's right. Hmm.
If as long as you got a good attitude. But if you don't want to be there, they're gonna put you with the rejects. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna
Yeah.
put you
Yeah.
with people
Unsat.
that
Unsat.
undesirables,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Unsatisfactory, right? So
Unsatisfactory. Let's
right,
go.
right, right. So no, but I don't want to steal your thunder, because
No,
I
you
just
going
wanted
good. Go
people
ahead.
to
Go give me
get that.
more.
No, no. Well, the conversation is engaged. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, it's set up. It's like you and I talking, but people are viewing us, and
Yeah.
they may not be catching everything that we're saying, right? So
Yeah.
we got to bring it to them a certain kind of way, and it's like
Gotcha.
it may
Gotcha.
be over their head, so we have to illustrate
Gotcha.
it in such a way that
Layman's.
everybody
Layman's.
in
Little
layman's
layman's.
term.
Gotcha.
Me and you
Gotcha.
walk through there.
Gotcha.
Me and you walk that walk already.
Whew.
So we're just trying to get
Gotcha.
it to the people. I saw people saying a
Gotcha.
bunch of highs, and they was like, "Wow," and things you said, and that's
Really?
true.
Hey, y'all. Well, yes. It's crazy. Yes, yes. That's but you're right. But those doctors actually I didn't you can't question money. I couldn't do that because they weren't in uniform, but we were, it's funny that I look at myself and I say, go in this garden sometimes. And I don't care what I have my attire wise, I just get to work. If I have the time, I'm going to work. Like there's no excuses. I don't have to change. I don't have to do all of that, right? And I think about it. I was like, well, shoot, you took care of patients in all white and scrubs and light garments. What's the difference? You playing in mud, you playing in dirt, whatever you playing in soil. Nutrients. This is helping. This is beneficial. You know what I mean? That's life. And so I'm like, in that atmosphere, I look at that as a reflection to say, I really wanted to be the next Oprah. I'm a talkative person. I really will. I can talk. I do. People know me. I know. I had to get off the phone with my father early. I can talk, but I keep it short when there's not much to say. I don't do small talk. I talk when it makes sense to make things happen in actionable fashion, I would say. You know, but that is a reflection. That career is a reflection of my lifestyle, and I don't like unanswered questions. If we leave here today with unanswered questions, I'll be pondering like, so you said, wait a minute now. It's gonna come back up at some point in time. That's how the critical thinking skills, come into play. That's why that writing, that reading is very imperative. Okay, it's very imperative. And so coming out that military was like a culture shock. I'm not gonna lie. It was. It was. Okay. And people like, what, the first and the 15th? That's it. Mm-mm. It was more than that. Okay. It was more than the first and the 15th. I would work. I mean, I would work it anywhere. I think I did. I think they give you 1 week of transition. You could be
Right.
in for X amount of years. You can go for 20, 30 years. You only get 5 days, not 7. 5. Okay. And I remember being in this transition, right? In Mercy.
You
Hear me
already
out.
know. Hey,
This guy looked over at me and he goes, "Are you calculating unemployment in your income?" I said, "Yeah." Serious. Serious as a heart attack. I looked over and I was like, "Yeah." Why is you on my paper reading all my money though? Like I
right,
wrote down so many numbers. I didn't put names back, but I'm just saying
right.
the sense that growth to prepare you. You're about to take a big step. A lot of people don't understand. It doesn't matter if you were in the military. It doesn't matter. You're in an organization. You leave a job. Prepare yourself. Okay. Don't you don't have to be a part of the mass, the majority. Like, oh, they're not doing it, so I don't have to do it. That critical thinking and that what about me should be screaming inside your brain. How am I going to survive? What about What am I gonna do? What is Roxanne gonna do when she get out? What is it that
Next.
you like? What makes you happy? Okay. You don't know that until you come out into society, and then you're like amongst your peers, and they're like, yeah, whatever, yeah, sure, uniform, yeah, cool, yep. It don't cut it no more. So it's a identity situation, if you can agree, Mercy.
Man,
Um,
yeah, I wanna definitely touch that. It's a
yeah,
transition because when you come back into civilian world, right? It's almost like you had an umbrella the whole time, right?
yeah,
Umbrella
absolutely.
was the military, right? They take care of you. You get
Hmm.
three hots in a cot, four
That's
squares.
right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you get snacks and like you're working. Like for us, we work 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Oh yeah,
And you're so
Panama
used to
schedule.
the structure. You're
Yeah,
so used to this structure every day. And now you go into this world where you have to make the structure and
that's
you
true.
have to make it happen and you have to put these
Hmm.
boots on the ground and you got to make it
Hmm.
happen for yourself. Now, you're trained, heavily trained to do anything at any given time, but what you gonna do? Because you don't even have anyone bossing you or whatever, but you have to put your battle plans
That's
together
right.
for yourself. You start to do it
That's
for
right.
yourself instead of for everyone else. So
Hmm.
that was the transition for me.
Really.
I'm sure you've done that, and anyone who's been locked down or whatever
Hmm.
for a period of
Hmm.
time, it's kind of like you're
Hmm.
institutionalized. You
Yeah.
know, the
Yeah.
military is like penitentiary with pay. You feel me? Bars.
And no,
Tell me.
and shush and like no, you don't get the they have that quote unquote that you signed the contract, like, and then when they told me that, I went back to PSD and looked at the records, like, where's it at? They said that at. Like, girl, get your dumb stuff out. You signed your life over. Like, I really was looking for the paperwork that said that you told me to do. They was like, yeah, we wish we would put that in. Yeah, whatever. And I'm like really serious about this. And I was like, oh, okay, for sure. You're right on. And so with that being said, you're absolutely right. That's a institutionalized situation, and it's with pay.
Well, it's not an ugly word, right? They have
Yeah,
institutions. College
yeah.
are institutions, right?
Hospitals are
Marriage is
institutions.
an
Schools,
institution.
schools are
School is
institutions.
an institution.
Plantations are institutions. I'm not
Land
gonna go there.
stations
I'm
are
not. I'm not.
institutions. So
I'm just saying.
the military is also it's a structure. So it's a
It is
format. Let's say that if that's an
absolutely,
ugly word,
absolutely,
it's a
absolutely.
format.
No,
So
that's a
and you
great
got to
word.
know how to code switch, right, into
Yeah.
something else. And that's where you need your family because the military was a family too, right? It's
Yeah.
your home away from home. But then you need your real family to come in, step in.
That's right.
The sister said social constructs.
Yes.
You helping us out with that. So yeah, so you have to really get to find yourself, and it's like you
Hmm.
have to go back to your roots and
Yeah.
find out the things that you love, and that's the things that you're going to be successful in.
And you say that, and that was a journey for both of us. That's a journey for everybody who gets out of the institution, regardless of what institution you were in. That transition is so heavy. It's nothing to take and be. It's nothing to be taken lightly, because what you have to realize, what most, maybe, I hope a lot of people would soon realize, that person that you went in that institution as, you would never be that person again. You have to recreate this individual with a new set of identity, because anytime you're institutionalized, you are wearing the same uniform as that person. You get what I'm saying? You're following the same rules as that person, okay? You have the same patch right across here. You are no different from your brethren, your sister. You're not different, okay? You are the same piece of whatever they want to call you. You are low on the ground, okay? They put you in that position. And so, if you in this position and you come out, you're having identity crisis, because you're looking like, you're stretching. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to go? Who am I supposed to be? And you're looking for that old Roxanne, that old Mercy. Let me get back to what I was doing before I hit the streets. And then you find your feet back in the street. Like, oh, no, I ain't trying to go that far up in this, back to the old days. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back old days like that. And
No
so
man.
you're trying to grow. And so I'm like, you have to find a way. And like I said, I went into a healthy state, far as being plant based, going on plants. I went plants. I did. I woke up one day in California after I moved here, probably like 6, 7 years ago. And I really thought it was the end for me. And I'm like, I'm too young. All my young friends like, girl, you don't got to get in your car and drive to the office over here. You can walk. I'm like, nah, I'm tired. They like, tired? Like, they would just eat me up. And so when I got away from everybody and I really realized what I was doing, drinking every day excessively, too much, okay, excessively.
Stressed out.
People, yeah, yeah, you know what? Just not having, just, you know. And I've never been a person. I don't want to say it in the rudest way. I don't want to make it a bad word or a bad thing. I don't conform to other people's rules. That's my
Right.
problem. I will bite my tongue. I know how to do that. I'm very disciplined. I'm very structured, and I'm very disciplined. I really didn't care for the military discipline and structure. I already had that before. You know what I mean? Coming from the Chicago. I had those structures. But yeah, it didn't bother me. I had a lot of friends it bothered. Like, I'm not joining them for them to scream at me. And I'm like, it's okay, you know, you can get through this. You came through this rough lifestyle. But that kind of structure going forward, it helps build though. It is definitely for a lot of things more so than the structure. It's their process. When you hit the 95, it's nothing to you. There's a lot of people who can't do what you're doing right now. Okay, go down there every twice a month and do what they do for your land. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
It's difficult. You know that,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the gifts, everybody. Hey,
Yes,
listen, the
appreciate it.
transition. Listen, I'm gonna just say this: the coming from a high stressful situation, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was I fixed planes in the military. I was an
So,
Airedale,
what was your actual rate? Can you give us your actual rate in
yeah, aviation electrician's mate.
AE? Okay,
Yeah,
AE. All right.
yeah. I chase wires, okay, all over the plane, the cockpit, the starboard side, port side,
Nice, nice.
gearboxes, landing gear, all of it.
What
You know what I mean?
what color was your shirt on the ship?
Green.
Because the purple, the Fuelies were purple, right?
I don't know.
What
Now,
Fuelies were on y'all ship? Because they had purple on. They got the red,
man, look,
green. I seen the red, green, and orange
now
on the
watch
flight
this.
deck.
I've been on three boats. One of
Okay.
them was the Juno. That was the one that your brother was on, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You're
sir.
taking me back to the '90s, right? I'm telling them.
LPD 10, LPD 10. You better remember that
You
one.
already, oh yeah, definitely. I remember 'em, but we was TAD there though, right? So
Yeah.
I was on a helo mine
All right. I
countermeasure.
see y'all. Glow it up, Mercy.
No, they giving you the love, man. Please, everybody, definitely share the
I
live. Please
appreciate
give
y'all.
our
I
guests,
appreciate y'all so
please
much.
give
Upbeat,
our
what's up?
guests the love.
Deja
You know what I
Vu.
mean?
Oh, that's
And
Deja Vu. Hey.
they are here and
Health and
just
wellness.
rocking out with us
Nancy.
and soaking
Alwina.
it all up.
Yay. I got
You
everybody. I see
know what I'm
y'all.
saying?
I
Thank
got you.
you. And if we missed y'all, sorry,
Yes.
man. We're engaged. Sometimes we can't see all of everybody saying hi. So we're gonna say hi
Yeah.
to everybody again. So yeah, I just remember working 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and then you have like a 6 to 8 hour Rover watch. You're tired. They you don't you it's
Done.
no time off. It's no rest
Done
for the
and
weary.
done.
You know,
Done and done.
when I got to anybody's boat, I was doing what you talking about. I was working for first lieutenant and doing the
Yeah. Yeah.
thing,
And
putting
then
on the
did you
non-skid, and they threw me in the kitchens a few tours. You know what I
Oh
mean? So,
wow. Just everywhere they can fit you. Did you have any kind of mentorship though? What was your mentorship like on the ships back in the day in that time?
man,
What was you looking forward to? Any other rates or just your
oh
in
yeah,
within your
I was
rates?
working. Oh nah, well I scored really high on my ASVAB, right? They wanted to
Uh-huh.
put me into like nuclear, and I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
nah,
That's the you in the
because
90s, huh? You in the 90s, huh?
I was in the yeah, I was in and early '90s. So what happened was I didn't want to
No,
deal
no, no,
with the
no, no.
nuclear.
I'm sorry. I want to be clear. 90s on the ASVAB, they say you score above the 90s. That's the nukes. The nukes get above
Yeah,
90s
yeah,
on the
yeah, 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 yeah,
ASVAB
yeah, yeah,
test.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
That's what I was.
I,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
scored. My score indicated that I could have went into that. I wanted more air traffic controller. You know what I mean? So I
I
went
got you.
the
I got
aviation
you.
electrician route, and I got to fix planes and ride and fly simulators and stuff like that. I was going to go that route, journeyman's license into pilot and da da da.
Okay.
But that's a
Okay.
brief on me. But hey, I just remember when. And I was the man in my squadron. You know what I mean?
I'm
I was
sure.
very well known in my squadron. But when I got to somebody else's boat, you the pump, you the chump,
Mm,
you cleaning the shoes. And,
hey, that's right.
yeah. And they
You
try
the,
to bust me down, because
they
again, like
will.
I got an attitude, right? I always got a jokey kind of disposition. So like he
Yeah,
joked too much, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
they would
yeah.
hurdle me into like make them wash dishes. So I'm in there. I got my headset on. This is 900-degree water. You know what I mean? I'm
Oh,
washing
mercy.
dishes and pots and stuff, but I'm in there playing hip hop parade.
I know, right? Raise the roof.
And I'm
You and
still
that just
I'm
jamming
still
out.
rocking. And that was supposed to have been punishment, and it wasn't
Right,
punishment. They was like, "Oh
right.
man, we can't break this dude. Put him on the line." So I had to cook everybody's breakfast. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
now,
yeah,
no, I went
yeah,
from that to cracking eggs. I
yeah,
mean, 1,000 eggs
yeah,
in the morning.
yeah,
Then you gotta. They didn't
yeah.
have them blender things.
No,
We had to beat them bad
I,
boys.
I speak about those things. When we go back in time, we have to realize the instruments and the tools we had in those times. People say, "Oh, that's easy. That ain't nothing." But you don't even know what I took to get here. Like that was a lot.
Buddy, it was trays of eggs. Okay, trays. I'm talking about 3 feet of eggs, and it's like 24 eggs in one
Yeah,
deal. You know, one
yeah.
run. So
That's a
yeah,
lot. That it was, but you know what? Y'all was in the time because the week I joined, and I remember joining. I remember joining. It was crazy, and I like the old school Navy. That's why I can relate to you because I was in the old school. Right before that, it's like that 85 baby, the 80s babies, the cut off like, bam, nope, we don't care. We don't know what y'all doing, but we love y'all. I love everybody. But it's like a cutoff in time frame where things change. And back in the day, they would allow certain things like hazing or, things like, there's a lot of things Mercy can probably tell y'all about that was allowed. And
it was
we
tough. It
passed some
was a
stuff
tough Navy. Yeah, it was
even in
tough.
ours. And I will tell you this, I don't give a care. I stand on that. And it's nothing rude or bad or anything like that. But the last day, I think I had an RDC. We call them recruit division commanders, like the person in charge of your boot camp or in charge of you. Like I said, I don't like to conform to rules. And so what I do is I would end up having to. I don't like to get in trouble. Like that's my thing. I don't like to get in trouble. If you tell me, Roxanne, don't do this, I don't do it. But if you come to me like, I can't believe you did this, and you accuse me, I'm like, no. So this the game? Like, oh, so you don't care? Like I'm telling you, I didn't. And so it's like, okay, I see what this about. You know what I mean? And so you looking at a time where I'm pretty sure you had a lot of business going on. Our last day, our RDCs let us fight. They said, who got some beef with somebody? One was from Atlanta. The other was like, man, I'm not even, you know what I mean? And so, with that being said, it was like more of a situation where they were basically letting us we looking like, for real? On the last day? And it's like, you let loose. You know what I mean? This is your brethren. Matter of fact, don't do too much because guess what? You're going to catch them out in the fleet. In the fleet, by that I mean out there on them high seats, okay?
Right,
And you might not be sitting as mighty and high. So be
right,
careful how hard you swing on that person because they
right,
can be
right.
your boss in the future. And so those things like come along and even just switching in on guard. And I would say this going back and switching in and just to incorporate this guard the situation. Just knowing this, you've been through so much in strong work ethics, right? My idea, I'm a young person. I'm a young person. I'm gonna stand on that. I have friends my age,
Forever
and
29.
hey,
Yeah.
man, whatever's clever. What's that? So I'm like this, okay. I'm definitely in the place of I'm not about to work 80 years, 100 years. I'm not. No. I've seen too much love lost in family members who went to work and we don't see you again. Oh, they passed out. They distant. And that's a tragic, because that's a family. That's love at home. They left, you know what I mean? Those things like that. And so I look at it like I'm not working all these years. If I did this much energy, if I invested this much energy into this position and I take care of people and I save lives and I'm really conscious about it, I'm really sincere about what I do, I can do it for myself. I don't need you. I got the structure, I have the build, I have the wherewithal, I have that intestinal fortitude, if you know. And so there's nothing stopping me from being the person I need to be. And some of these things, like you leave these places, it's hard. Sometimes people cannot catch that beat. It's like digging potatoes when you jump in double dutch. Let me get in there. Oh shoot, I missed it. Oh, let me get in there. You know what I mean? You have to catch that and you have to get in there where you fit in that's comfortable for you and do what makes you happy. And even talking about health and the way I was destroying myself in my body, the sun taught me a lot of things about my life, actually. And not even to be on no spiritual level. I was literally buying tomahawk stuff. I don't even eat. I'm not a big seafood person. I know a lot of people. I like catfish. I like catfish at one point in time before I went plant based. Catfish and shrimp, fried shrimp. Like I had ordered cocktail shrimp one time, didn't know what it was, and Lord have mercy, I was like, oh, okay, they good, but I guess I can drink some more. I guess to get these cocktail shrimp down because I don't. I'm not a seafood person, but yet I came to California. I got time. I'm like, bye. I don't want to work your job anymore. Bye. I'm sorry. They like, not you, not even making it to your probation, quitting on us with another organization I won't name. They did not like it. They did not like that. They did not appreciate a young black brown sister, Choctaw woman at that, telling them, you ain't good enough for me. I gotta go. Those people were towering me like, I'm like, I gotta run. When I tell you, I kept looking behind me. And when I left, I texted the wrong person. I thought I'd text my friend from Chicago. And I texted the coworker, like, I'm so glad I'm out of there. I feel such a relief.
Weird.
I'm on the 15 looking down at my phone and expressing like, oh, that's the wrong person. Shorty, you is tripping. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Go for it. Just try to be positive. See how when you know what I mean? Trying to express your positivity to the right people, it landed in the wrong hands for the wrong
Man,
reasons, and they
man.
can take that. And so I just be like, just change that ram to be something on a positive note, just to go out and do something for yourself. What makes Mercy feel happy? What makes Mercy feel good? If Mercy woke up this morning and he said, you know what am I going to do today? What am I happy about? What am I worthy for? What drives you into a position where you say, you know what? I need to
Bless
go in
my
my
kids.
garden.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Feed my kids, whatever,
for sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
I wanna if that's a rhetorical question or that's a real question, like, it's all
yeah,
about everything's for the kids, you know what I'm saying? But
for sure.
there's nothing you can do. It's always gonna be the legacy for the kids, everything, everything, everything.
Absolutely.
But like, when it comes down to in a growing space, I like to uh, take on the challenge of growing things I never grew before. I like
Okay.
to see these hands grow things and eat the things that I put out. I don't have to worry about the paranoia of it can be anything in your food
Yeah,
because
yeah,
even though we all read labels now, we're wokish, we're reading labels now, but now they don't have to
really.
tell you that they put the jab in your lettuce. That
They
bill has
don't.
been
Or
passed.
or
And
anything else you eat, or anything else you
or
eat.
anything else you eat, and this has been this way for a very long time. And I
Absolutely.
seem to get sick over just anything. Like
Yeah.
today I had some coleslaw and I
Mm-hmm.
forgot about the mayonnaise.
That's right,
You know
health
what
and
I'm
wellness
saying?
coach. And drink. You're right.
And drinks. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So,
Absolutely.
you could really mess yourself up. And it's like, right now I have a little tickle and I eat very clean. I'm eating all type of like garden bliss
Look,
and
look,
vittles
look,
and
look. Now, see,
collectibles.
I can't get on live and show out because I don't want to show out on your live. I only do it on my live. But when I do this, they be like,
Yeah.
ma'am, what is
What you
that in
got?
your
Oh,
background?
right, 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 right,
Everything.
right, right. They will flag
Everything.
us. They will flag us.
Yeah,
They
they
said,
do.
listen,
Yeah, I don't.
let's
I
let's
don't.
let's 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 talk about that for a minute. So, it's really hard for us. Like
GL
sometimes
Plants,
you
what's
and I may
up?
be talking about things and on here, and it may sound cryptic, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
we can't say brand name diseases on these platforms because they're patents. So we can't say the six-letter word that starts with a C, but we
I call it
say
the big. We call it the big
the
C. We
big
call it the big
C,
C. The big
the
C. The
big
big C.
C. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying?
The big
Even
C.
like as an artist, we have to do that.
Yes.
Prince was famous. He was like, this lady died from a big disease with a little name. You
Guess
know
what
what
they
that
call it?
one was?
Guess what they call it? Guess what I call it? I tell all.
Financial. That
You
one.
say what?
Right, right, right.
Financial gain because they get money off.
Hey, you had to go to college, don't you?
Got you.
You're picking up
Got
this
you.
drip. I hope you're picking up the drip.
Got you.
You know what I
Got
mean?
you.
So we have to be a little bit more clever, and
Yes.
we have a smart audience, and thank
Yes.
God they
Absolutely.
follow
Absolutely.
us. And if they follow us all the
Absolutely.
time, they'll figure out our moves and our
Mm-hmm.
codes. But sometimes
Mm.
they are suppressing our content because they
They
don't
do.
want this kind of content out to the masses.
I
And
know. I know.
it's
I
hard
know.
for us to come here every week, but guess what? We still here for the love of God. God is our voice.
Absolutely.
And listen, and those who have found this channel and found what we're talking about, then it was for you. Okay, so the
Absolutely.
light says you can shut up. I pay my bill.
Absolutely.
I promise you. There we go.
Something you said a while back, Mercy, which
Yes,
always
ma'am.
resonate with me. We were doing seed swapping, me and Mercy, and
Yes,
Mercy
ma'am.
said we had a conversation, and he said we were talking about the seeds and how well they grow, and I'm like, Mercy, I'm trying, like Mercy. My thing with gardening is trying to grow things I've never grown. Grow anything that's different. If I see you growing tomatoes, I'm going for the lettuce. I'm going for the cucumber. I'm not growing tomatoes. I promise you. I'm not gonna grow what you got. Now you might give me some ideas, but I'm probably gonna grow something really wise. And I'm not into, and I don't knock anybody. I'm not into the exclusivity of colors and I've grown things with colors and a lot of that, but I'm really intrigued by just nature itself and things that is natural here in the land that we no longer see. But Mercy said this to me, right? I said, and you have to tell me the frankincense.
We look.
Frankincense?
I put it. Yeah. You sent me some frankincense. Yes, ma'am. You
You
did.
got them. You
I
found
put
them.
it.
You
I
found
put
them.
it.
You said you couldn't find them.
Oh, I couldn't find that nowhere. So yes, ma'am. I'm glad my sister
Okay.
blessed me with that. And I'm gonna tell you something. I put that in the aeroponic deal with
Oh
it must have
wow.
been. See, here's the thing, right? So now this is lessons learned. Now I didn't go hard because you gave me a few. So I just took about three, right?
Yeah. Well, you
Um
Merce.
what?
Frankincense don't germinate. You got to use all 50 of them Jones. They don't. It's only one seed or two seeds out of 50 that'll germinate. They got a low germination rate. That's why it's that
Right.
many.
You see that this is why I
But did it
thought
work
this is
for
why I
you?
thought it was weird. This is what I thought
Okay.
was weird. When I put them in there, I must have put them in there with like it might have been like some peppers and some kind of it might have been a lettuce or something like that. So it just didn't gel well with that. So the next time I'll
Got
do it.
to.
I
Got to.
still I
Got
still
to.
got I still got a grip. I'll
It's all love.
yeah. I took I said I took three.
Okay. I
I
know
put
you're
three.
trying it out, but you know what you do. But you told me this. You said this though. You did mention this. You said rocks. You said listen, plenty, plenty, plenty. He said it's pretty much, how we all gardeners we are, and that's for every gardener. Anybody who want to grow in the comments in the live. The thing is this: it's the person who handed you those seeds. It's the care and the love behind that seed,
That's true.
behind that growth. When you drop that seed in that soil, that's love. That's life. Life is putting life into the soil, and
It's a
so it
spirit.
depends. Absolutely,
It's a
absolutely.
spirit.
So that's why it's important for us to do those seed swaps because it's better for me to get your seeds than those industrial super seeds. And if you know anything about history, we always had land. Upbeat, yes, indeed. Upbeat. We always had land. Okay, Americas, let's go. We didn't have the seeds. What they trying to apparently, in that
Right.
situation. That's why we got a lot of things working to make sure we stay together and keep our seeds, the integrity of our seeds. You know
What's
what
your
I mean?
favorite plant? Tell our beautiful guests what is your favorite plant and what is your technique of growing your favorite plant. And I'm going to take a immediate pause for the cause as you tell them that. I'm in your earshot. I'm drinking a lot of water because
that me too,
someone
me
put me on
too.
a water challenge, so I have to drink
I
a
seen
gallon.
that. Me too. I've been drinking
And
gallons
I'm
of water
down
a
to the
day.
bottom just to let them know every day
Okay, I'm
I'm on my thing. But I have to make I have to make but listen,
absolutely.
3 seconds, okay? So go ahead. But tell them what's all right. What's your favorite plant? I just want to make sure I hear it though.
So I will say this. I don't label my plants as favorites. What happens is some call my name. Some call me. Like they get it's a plant
Right,
every year in
tell
my
him. I'm
garden.
coming back. I'll be right
It's
back.
gonna have I got you. It's a plant in my garden every year that's gonna get the special care. Like I'm gonna give it attention more so than the other ones at the time. Like if I'm getting a lot of fruit, I'm getting a lot of roots. It depends on what I'm growing. But now as I'm into herbalism, it's like I say, my deal is roots over fruits. I go for roots. I don't fruits, they coming, but I need roots. And so I don't really have I do have some favorite plants, and I will tell you that it's getting into this herbalism because I actually have like comfrey, even primrose, like mugwort. Like I'm doing a lot. Like because I went on this herbalism drive. So my favorite plants are basically herbs. Like I didn't even know starting off in gardening. It was so weird for me. My first plant wasn't herb; it was basil, and I said if I can keep this plant alive in this house, I can probably go out. I can probably get a hydroponic, and that's how Mercy found me out with the hydroponics and the vertical gardening we're going to discuss. The vertical gardening is because of my small space. I'm in like a 10 by 18 by 11 or something, and so for a few years that I had moved out here in California, I was kind of paranoid because I don't do the crowds. I don't like to be with the masses. I like to be different. I'm gonna be different. Like if y'all standing up, I'm gonna sit on the floor. Like what's wrong with her? Like I just I don't do it. I just got to do something different. It's not me. If I don't feel comfortable standing in that crowd, I'm gonna go sit on the floor. Like okay, you just brought all the attention to yourself. And so for 2 years, I said, man, I told my husband, I said, it's so hot out on that patio. Who puts they put furniture out on both sides? Nobody goes out there. Nobody's out on their patios. Why would I spend all of that money on furniture and you can't even enjoy it? It's
That's
lizards.
true.
It's so for 2 years I just fought myself in my head. I didn't know what was going on. Next thing you know, I bought this hydroponic that let us grow. And then I was like, oh my God, I was just watching like it was a Christmas tree. Like the light come up, and then I just got tired. I was like, you know what? This is. It took a lot of me. It consumes me inside the house, and so people are like, was it burn up your electricity? Because I had the glow light. It comes with the glow rings if you want to buy those as well. And so I think I did that for a few years. I had Arrow Garden. I don't know if you guys know for a few years, and I actually felt some kind of way when I first started off gardening. I actually went into hydroponics. I didn't garden in soil, and so a few years ago, a lot of people that followed me, they know. I'm pretty sure y'all seen this wave. Nobody cared about my hydroponics. Nobody was like, if it's not in the soil, honey, it ain't right. And I'm like, I got to do better. Okay. Not like I said, I'm not with the masses, but you know what? Plants do come from the soil. Let me try it. So hydroponics in my vertical garden, right? So that aero garden that I have two of them, two aero gardens, and I have a hydroponic tower. When I started growing plants in them, it gave me a chance to see what roots look like and establish white roots. So you know how you get who was it? Alwina. Hey Alwina. Was it the Alwina with the roots for the strawberry? Who had the strawberry root? Somebody had the strawberry.
That was upbeat.
Upbeat had the strawberry. Okay, upbeat. Okay, sis.
Just the tree.
Upbeat had the okay, the
That's right.
tree. That's right.
Her name is Trevecca,
So
but they call her Tree.
Tribeca, tree. I got you, tree. So I was like, man, yes, upbeat. So I'm like, who has grown strong? Because I'm not a person that like, because we don't get into the garden like this, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, because we don't know. Things grow different. It depends on the grower, the location, and all other things matter. So we don't get into that. This is how you do it. That's wrong or that's right. That's not a wrong or right way. It's your way. And that's the only way you should be going by if it works for you. You know what I mean? And so seeing the roots from the hydroponic, like, oh my God, this is so cool. And it relates back to my medicine. Back in the day when I was in Germany, right? I didn't want to work in the ICU. They assigned me to an ICU in a level one trauma hospital. Lord have mercy. And they said, hey, you ever did dressing changes on a W amputee? And I was like, no. They was like, you want to do it? I was like, yeah, sure. You know me, I'm a trooper. So I get to the door like pass out, pass out, pass out. In my head, I'm going pass out, pass out, because I really ain't feeling this. Because I don't even know how I'm gonna react to this. Like if I get in this room and see something that I ain't really ready for, it's over for
What
Roxanne
was
and everything
amputated?
else.
What was amputated? Arm, leg, what? Do
Yeah,
you
all
remember?
of it. Yeah, everything.
Okay. Oh, so
And they call it. They call
that's something different.
no yes and no. I'm sorry, I can't answer with yes and no question. But let me say this. if I go into details, you call it, if it's above this cut right here, this is
Yeah.
called the elbow, your antecubital space here. If it's
Yes.
above here or above your kneecaps, is an A. That mean above, aka above the knee amputation, above the arm amputation, above the
Right.
elbow, AE. You know, they use little acronyms like that. And so some people were coming back very damaged, no limbs. Like, and
Whoa.
so
Come on.
those, yeah, you know, and so I really wanted to bother me. It didn't. And when I got in those rooms, I was touching people's veins like, oh my God. And they ought oh my God, look at that. Like, girl, what did you do? I got my sterile gloves on. Like, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. And my first lesson, when I first got up on that floor, because I did not know, I spoke with all the nurses. They was like, oh no, it's fine. We'll help you. We know you came from medical records and we don't. I'm like, look, I don't play this stuff. I ain't trying to, look, I'm trying to relate to you. With that being said, I remember seeing this patient with wires all across them. And I'm like, she like, hook this up. We got to get down to CT quick. And I'm like, girl, what to touch and what not to touch, Lord. And so the lady snapped. I said, ma'am, it was an officer, nurse. I said, ma'am, I don't know how to hook this ProPack machine up. It's a vital sign. The one you see in the EMT ambulance, And so I couldn't take the wall units out. I didn't know what to touch. It was so many wires. I'd never seen this before. And so I couldn't take the wall units out and do anything different. And so I allowed this woman to snatch this plug in front of my face, like she ripped it back. It was like, basically get out my face, because they had children my age. Now, mind you, I'm only 20 years old.
Right.
This guy in the bed is only 19. Okay. This is
Right.
their son age, their daughter age. They don't have time for me and my miseducation, Lauren
Right.
Hill. Okay. Go sit down somewhere and come back when you got it together. Gave me two
Save a
days to learn
life.
them.
Save a life.
Hey,
Come on. Go
and
ahead.
that's how you save lives, by asking questions and stepping up. You don't sit there and play like you know something. Educate yourself. And I remember me as a young person looking at her like, it's gonna be the last time you embarrass me like this. Next time I'm gonna hook this ProPack. I went in the back after that probably, and I took all the wires and I took all the cords, looked all the prongs, and I looked at every one. I can do it with my eyes closed. I can do it with my eyes closed, because you got to learn those lessons. You can't say, well, she, that's messed up. She did me like that. And that, she was like, I can blame her for a lot of things. But you know what? Guess what I learned? A lot. And with that being said, the way I was fascinated with playing with patients, or not playing with them, but just intrigued with the human anatomy, just every system that I have been taught, because they teach us, we go through a fast paced school, y'all. We go through 14 weeks of every system. You hear what I'm saying? We take pharmacology and toxicology. We take a lot of classes. A lot goes on, and it's fast paced. And so, for instance, right? So I've been through the OBs, the gynecology. I've been through a lot of things. I've been through a lot of floors, I would say ancillary services like X-ray, radiology, what would I say? Immunizations, vaccinations. I've worked in preventive medicine, occupational health. I've worked in all these departments throughout the medical field. Medical works from let me tell you something, from the basic paperwork person to the person that was saying, arguing with the nurse, that when they told the Navy, when they came to Germany, you can't touch the patients because y'all don't have credentials like the Army. They sent the Navy to hand washing classes. We like, we save lives. We not here for hand washing. We ready to get to work. Let's get dirty. And so the Navy nurses said, Lovenox sub Q. Ma'am, they said, Lovenox sub Q. Ma'am, the patient, okay, damn it, see what you did, see what you did, see what you did. And so you have to really react and understand that space and that environment when you're in. Those things are all learning lessons. That lifestyle of taking care of patients and healing and caring for things and caring for patients, I have to take that and reverse it back to myself. Like, how you go through all those years taking care of people, and you knew that they said they couldn't fix you. So what you
Right.
trying to damage yourself for?
And it goes back to what you said, like a beat ago. What you said in that room, you have $1 billion in that room, and it's almost like the
Crazy.
the sitcom or whatever that show was, the $6 million man. I remember
Yeah.
in the military, they said that's a $6 million person right there. They put $6 million worth of
See.
training in me, in you, and so now you are having to do all of
Yeah.
these different systems that you just in a crash course, and
Yeah.
now it has to be on scene and
Mm-hmm.
figure it out. It's
That's
crazy,
right. That's right. That's right. It's a process, and so that's why I said it has to compare. Like everything you do in your life, it has to guide you into what you're doing today. Yeah, it's guided you through that. And so if I go back and look at we laughed and joked. Like we would say, somebody asked us in the Navy, like if you ask a corpsman, we called ourselves hospital corpsmen. If you ask us, like, what do you do for a living? I save lives. That's
So
what we
real
just say.
talk.
And I practice that all day long. I save lives. What you a corpsman? You a dental tech? No, I got a pen. I save lives. Because the difference between the dental tech and the corpsman, we got a pen. We taking
Depend.
notes. We write. We gotta write notes. Notes. Subjective, objective. What is it, assessment and plan? We got to figure some things out. We got to treat you and get you on out of here. That's a whole triage situation. And so, with that being said, I've been there. And so, yeah, bravo, Zulu to her. But when you come out of that realm of that upper echelon, I've been to the tip of the top. Now, what you gonna do about it? Who
Right.
cares? So you gotta find somewhere to feed that adrenaline. Because, like I said, a lot of times it was the adrenaline was pumping and me was from losing patience. Like, you losing patience, you doing CPR. I had friends come on in and get some. I am not coming to do CPR. I'm ducking behind windows like, not
Do not
today, brother.
resuscitate. Do not
Like,
resuscitate.
no, because the room is 40, 50 people. It's life. It's life. It's life. Not to say I'm running from it. I wouldn't. I would never. They said I would used to run, but I just didn't. It would take me long to learn all these supplies. When they tell you, hey, it's somebody in there, they doing this too. And they telling you, they yelling out at that door, two
Hey,
catheter, 2 inch, 2 inch, 1 inch French catheter. You like, what? You go into the supply room doing this, looking for the 2 inch one. Like, wait, what's that? We ain't got no more. Go to the OR. Go across the hall. So you got to keep. You know what I mean? You got to keep up with that flow.
hold on. Take a beat right quick. So look, we
Yeah.
want to see if anybody has some questions for our sister. You know what I mean? If you have any
Garden
questions
visit.
on anything
Oh,
that we
Alina
have
and the
discussed,
backyard farms.
you know,
Yeah.
that way they give you a minute to process some of the things that she's speaking on, and this is very critical. You in a wartime situation.
Yeah.
These planes got to get up in two
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Someone's life is at hand.
That's
These
right. That's
these
right. You know
people
that.
are 3 inches of a artery.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
For
got to pluck
sure.
it out.
For
It's
sure.
all
For
different type of
sure.
that stuff going on. So I think that's a lot of information that
That is. That is.
we're sharing. So I want to leave space for people to ask questions
Gotcha. Gotcha.
in case, and make sure they're still following us because some
Gotcha.
of them
Gotcha.
might miss
Okay.
it. It's almost like a Cat Williams interview, man. You got to rewind the tape
You know what?
and get all these nuggets. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay, for real. I
Yeah,
call them Easter
share the
eggs. I call
live,
them.
man.
I call
Listen,
them.
y'all. Listen,
I call
share
them
the
Easter
live.
eggs.
Y'all better be
Nuggets.
tapping the screen. This sister
That's right.
is
That's
dropping
right.
some heavy, heavy knowledge here this week.
I'm
You know
here
what I
for
mean?
y'all today. I'm here for y'all today. The backyard farms. What's up? Did I follow backyard farms? I gotta go follow you. Follow the backyard farms. All right. I'm in the building. All right. Y'all got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Anything? Things we said? The vertical garden, hydroponics, favorite plants. I grow a lot of herbs, you all. Many of them. Space don't have to permit. Space does not have to permit on my end. I'm gonna just do what I have to do. But any questions, let me and Mercy know. Because Mercy, even though I said I'm in the medical field, what I want to explain is what Mercy said is this: we all went through that same thing. His job was about saving lives too, regardless if he wasn't. Your life is on the line if Mercy's behind what he's behind. Just like me, your life is on the line. It didn't
It's
matter
not
what
for
job
play,
you
play.
had. It's not for play.
Not for
It's
play, play.
all yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It takes very serious. You looking into hydroponics, the backyard farms.
Yeah, our sister Tree want to come up here. You want
Okay,
some
okay.
company?
Come on, Tree. Come on, Tree. Come through. Come
She's
through.
also in the medical field. Come
All
on, Tree.
right,
How
let's
you doing there,
go.
Tree? You got some questions for our sister? I know she got some questions because this
I
is
like
her. This is
upbeat.
her area. You know what I mean?
That's upbeat. Okay, that's Tree. Upbeat. Okay, this you keep saying Tree, and I'm like, who is Tree?
Tree
Upbeat
Vecca.
apart. Okay, I got you.
Come
I
on,
got you,
Tree. What
Tree.
you got?
Hey,
Hey,
y'all hear me?
hey. Yes, indeed.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, okay, so my question is when you were talking about when you had made the comment about the The trauma. You can fix the trauma, but you can't fix medicine.
Heavy.
That right there was heavy because I come from a healthcare field.
Mm-hmm.
I was in like the AR part of it, but I was in the office dealing with close contact with the doctors and nurses. So I totally understand exactly what you mean by that, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why I am how I am now because I
Mm-hmm.
see so much. I saw so much of it. I got out of
Yes.
it last year. Um,
Yes.
but like over 25 years of being in the medical field and seeing all kind of stuff that some stuff I can talk about, some stuff you really don't.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So you
I
can
understand.
understand.
I do. I do.
Now, when you came out and still, and that is still in your head, obviously, it still has an impact on your life. So now, how do you go about incorporating that part in your life now?
It did. I mean, I would say this. So you want to know how it incorporate, like, as far as the impact of the trauma, how?
Like what part? Like when you say that you can't fix medicine.
Mm-hmm.
When that doctor said that, and that really gave you an aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like what exactly was your aha moment, and how is that affecting how you are today?
My aha moment when he said that. I understand me. I'm a person like the doctors are never funny. Nobody like to follow them. They are full of education all day long. Okay, ain't nothing funny to come out their mouth. It's all big words and skitter scatter batter.
Yeah, yeah,
I've heard a joke from them and they laugh. I laugh with them like, okay, when in Rome, do as the Romans. It wasn't
right.
funny. So my aha moment was, oh, y'all serious? Oh, you for real? For real? Y'all thought I was gonna just say this in front of little old me? Like, baby, what if I pass out right here? Y'all can't save me. What if? Oh, I gotta put this black and mild down. Lord have mercy. Like I'm smoking. In that time frame, I wasn't the healthiest person I need to be. Taking care of patients in the critical care unit, especially our wounded warriors. And with that being said, I'm not gonna say any of us were, but my aha moment was more so of I'm in this field. I've been working. I care about lives. Okay. I want to save people. I want people to grow. I want them to know, hey, we taking care of you. I'm all in. We gonna save you. You can guarantee because that's what we told those patients. When those guys arrived to us, you had the chaplain right down in their ear. You on American soil, so and so, so and so, so and so, right? The bam, bam. They feeling automatically the blood pressure just goes to ease. No longer in the war zone. Okay. With that being said, we know who we treating. We know who is around us. We know our leaders. And when the leaders say things, and these are level one, they don't bullcrap. Like they not joking. It was just a slap in my face to that field of care, that healthcare field. It's like, so what is the healthcare field then? And I had to re-examine what did I just do then? What did I learn in school if I'm not here to treat medicine? Because I did not show up to see this part of it, but I'm here and I'm okay with that. And so today, my aha moment is, I didn't flip the camera. Look, my, I'm sorry. My aha moment is, aha.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
she doing
herbs.
herbal
It's the
life now.
herbs. So
Yeah.
I'm on your level, upbeat. I'm definitely on your level. And so with that, I had to transition into more so not get frustrated about, well, what did they mean by that? Figure it out, basically. And I went to figure it out. I went through veganism, I went through gardening, and I got me to herbalism. And that's why I'm here. Yeah.
Wow.
I want to say this really quickly for both of you, right? So now I'm talking to two
Alwina, the herb is the
females, right?
word.
I'm talking to two females, and you guys are responsible for feeding your families. You guys are licking the wounds of your children, patching them up if they get bust up, and so um, in the herbal journeys that you guys are both walking, we all are on some level. Um,
Cricket.
being a woman, not that it's anything to do with a gender or anything like that. I'm just speaking like when
Gotcha,
I think
gotcha,
about women, I'm thinking about mom and this and that, right?
gotcha,
So you
gotcha.
guys are the pulse of the family. You know, you guys put us all together. Um,
Absolutely.
the nurturing part of you, the nurturing side of your feminine femininity, your divine femininity. You know what I mean? That's just
Hmm.
when you are dealing with herbs, is it as we spoke before, like do you feel the soul into the do you feel the spirit of this of the herbs that you use too? Because that's also a part of it, right? Because if everybody could use the same recipe,
Hmm.
but
That's right.
reverbine or all of these fancy
Hmm.
things,
It's true.
comfrey, whatever. But your
Hmm.
hands, your spirit, your
That's right.
is it? Speak on that
Yeah.
for the men. For the men, if no
Go
other
ahead.
is interested, I want to know.
Upbeat first. Upbeat first. Go ahead, upbeat.
Okay, okay.
Tree.
I'm a
Did,
very
did I
spiritual
make
person.
did my question make sense? I was formulating the question.
Totally. It totally makes
Okay,
sense.
okay,
It
okay. I
totally
just
makes
want to make sure. All right. So anybody want to answer that? So either one of you guys,
Oh
because
my
sense.
God.
us men, we want to know. You want to
So
go first?
yeah, I'm a totally spiritual person. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a totally spiritual person. So, when I'm doing something for someone and it's like if it's a certain ailment that a person has, um, before I do anything, I pray. I'm like I ground myself and I pray because I want whatever I'm getting ready to put together to help.
That's right.
I want it to help them. And it's not
Sweet pea.
dealing with herbs to me. It's very spiritual because it's from the earth. Yeah,
Hmm.
God gave us these gifts, and He gave it to us to utilize for our health. I honestly believe
Hmm.
that He has given us everything that we need to heal ourselves, and we just need to tap in. And
Hmm.
so in order to tap in, you've got to be grounded and you've got to have this going on and you've got to have this going on.
Hmm.
And you've got to learn how to be open and listen to the spirit and let the
That's right.
spirit guide you.
I love it.
Because I keep my book right here all the time. It's always near me.
Hmm.
I'm always thinking
Hmm.
about putting together
That's
recipes.
right.
So
That's right.
and so I might put together a recipe in here.
Yeah.
But when I'm dealing with someone and I'm open to the spirit, most of the time, not some of the time, it's gonna lead me to put other things in there.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten to the point. I used to in the beginning when I would be led to put things in there before I would put it in there.
Yeah.
Look it up. I'm like looking like why am I being led to put this in here? Why is this herb
See?
on my spirit
Yes.
so heavy? And I'll go and research it and it'll be like, well, it helps this, which is totally pertaining to the person. And it's probably something that's going to support another herb that I have in the recipe. So I've gotten used to it now, and I know what that feels like, and so I just let the spirit just guide me. I go by my base recipes, but if the spirit leads me to put something extra in there, I'll put it in there, and I'll look later.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I'll be like, okay, that's why he asked me to put it in here. Let me make a note of this, as an asterisk or whatever.
That's right. That's right.
Be grounded and open, and
Yeah.
it's a spiritual thing, and I love it. I mean, it just feels good because it's like um, your heavenly Father gave you this gift, and He's entrusted you to help heal His people.
Okay.
Like what an honor that is,
It really is.
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
that's an honor. It's a blessing, but bigger than anything that I could have ever imagined for me.
Hmm. Hmm.
And just to be obedient, you know what I'm saying? Like I with you, man. Like I just wanted to we study this stuff all the time. You know, like
Yeah.
plant medicine and got an almanac
Uh,
here.
uh,
You
uh,
know,
uh, uh,
and
uh, uh.
it's
No, you're
upside
not.
down.
No,
Oh,
you're not.
okay.
No, no. I
I'm
want to
just
see.
saying,
I
no,
said,
no, no.
no, no, no.
I ain't endorsing these books. I just want the knowledge, just like you guys.
This one
That's like,
right here,
all right.
Mercy.
What you got?
This
What you got?
one.
Show us what you got.
This old back right here. I need everybody to get a copy of this one now. I bought the authorized
Oh
version.
yeah,
It's a little bit
yeah. I done
more.
bought that 5 times. Go ahead.
You have.
Back
I
to
love
you.
this book. I love this book. It says it says everything you need and the truth to it. It's like a lot. It's an old
Wait.
school book.
Now,
It's peeling.
you gotta. I gotta ask you, what year is it? Because you know they
1939.
revised
Because
that one a
I
couple
don't buy
times.
this new. Let me tell you something. When they
Right.
change, they change words in
That one.
books.
Right.
Okay, they change words in books. I buy
Right.
books that's my herbalism books. If they not, I got some new ones. Don't get me wrong, but I like
Right.
predated. I like old school. I
The
want to
old
see what
stuff.
they talk
That's right.
about and how we live. As a Choctaw, like I'm a Choctaw, a Mississippi Choctaw. So my ancestors did not. They ate off the land. Like they don't remember. Like anybody left this world, they buried them at the church they went to attend to. They didn't depend on anyone else. Like straight out of Mississippi, and it's so like Tree said, because I keep wanting to say upbeat so bad, but Tree said that she answered my whole
He
question.
prefers
That
us
was
to call a tree.
okay. Gotcha. That's perfect. Okay, great. But no, seriously, this one I would say this one and this one right here, because I want to know where I'm from in America's. What
I
can I
have
do? You have this
American
one?
Earth. I
Yeah.
think I have it, but I think I have another edition of that one.
Okay, okay. These are, I just wanted to know if my ancestors living here, what herbs they have and what herbs that heal them. And I come across a lot of them. But you answered it so perfectly to the point where you're absolutely right. I have a whole medicine cabinet. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'm like, ooh, if I'm having a feeling or I'm having a mood or I'm trying to help somebody out, I tell people I give away a lot of herbs. I do. I'm a healer. I don't be, if I can make you feel better, I don't need you to charge me for that. I'm going to start, but it's like, this is my family. Like, I'm trying to heal them big C's. They got the big C out here. My friends think it's cute. They my age, like, we're not doing it. We're not going to get into this environment. But spiritually guided by, I feel like my ancestors, I put some tea together and then go read about it. Like, child, what? That you supposed to mix them three. Oh, how did you do that? It's many times I've came over to my medicine cabinet, put herbs together, know what to touch, what not to touch. Didn't need nobody to tell me. Didn't even need a book to read. And said, I like she said, I'll look it up later. Tree said, I'll look it up later. Okay, and you're not hurting yourself. You
What is
spiritually
the name
guided.
of the second book that you showed? Someone asked.
It's a handbook. It's a handbook of the Native American herbs. I have so
Oh, yeah,
many
that's a
of these
beautiful book.
books. So this is a small one, and Alma R. Hutchins is the author. I'm not promoting these books like that, but when I get these books, like Yancey was talking about, some of them are you read different. You know what I mean? It's some of them are have recipes, formulas, and like you say, you write your recipes and stuff like that. You go spiritually. You're guided. That's how you know you're here to do that. You are an actual healer, Tree. You know that when you go over here and you do this, and some people say, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, family, hey, cuz I'm sending you the herbs." I said sometimes I don't just give people things to say, "Here you go." I don't do that. Sometimes things come to me to tell me how to treat you. You all might ask me, it's my kidney, it's my skin. When I know it's more than that. And need time to process your system. Because the skin, it's called, you know what I mean? This your filtration system. A lot of people forget about that. We just perfuming it and spraying it. Whatever's clever. You know what I mean? We don't realize that's put it on the clothes. Don't It's gonna sink in your skin if you sweat. I'm just saying, but
Put it
we
on
be
your
because
clothes.
that was me. That was me back in the day.
No,
Hold on, sis. Hold on, sis.
Okay, okay,
I don't
okay.
know if they caught that. So you mean to tell me we are clogging our skin organs by putting that perfume on our skin?
Yes,
it's
indeed.
If you
chemicals
guys
in
don't
it.
see this
It's
lady,
chemicals in it.
if
Tell them.
you
Tell them,
and
Tree.
it makes total sense. If you guys don't send this lady some gifts
Tree.
right now, come on now.
Tree. Tell them. Tree.
Yeah,
Tell them.
it's chemicals in it. Put it on your clothes.
Mix it.
Spray it on your clothes. Spray it on your clothes, or either just get you some
Thank you.
carrier oil and get you some essential oils and do it like that. But if you're gonna wear perfume, spray it on your clothes. It'll have the same effect. I promise.
So you know why she's saying that though? In real life though, in real life, remember Kendrick Lamar made that song. Kendrick Lamar made the song that says "swimming pool full of liquor, alcohol." So you know if you submerge that, I mean, I'm not trying to tell somebody to go do this. Don't do it,
Right,
please don't. That's
right,
dangerous.
right,
But
right.
your skin is the biggest absorption. And so
Facts.
somebody asked me in my comments the other day, and so I don't call myself that name because I don't want no smoke. You hear what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
a healer. And with that being said,
Correct.
somebody asked me, they said, what are you making? Why don't you use the alcohol in your herbs? I'm not against it. I can use all of it. I just have to get my feet wet. But anything that I put in my mouth, I can put on my skin and vice versa. And if it can't
Facts.
go on either, I don't have it. Okay. That's how it should work. If you cannot consume it orally, okay, PO by mouth, don't do it through absorption. You got different ways. Absorption, you know what I mean? When they want to hit you in your muscle, it's a muscular, subcutaneous. It's ways they can go in and you can get things faster and sooner. PO by mouth, it's going to put 45 minutes. You take a pill, it's going to take 45 minutes to heal you. You get some sublingual, that's what? Immediately under the tongue, you good to go. Intramuscular, you got to wait 20, 30 minutes, depending on the body. These things take times. And so when you're dealing with absorption, everybody is different, but yet you better believe that you are absorbing the bleach. I mean, I'm just not going to go for anybody companies, but anything is natural is better. If God created it, you're great. If man created it, I don't know now.
Watch out. Right. Be careful. No, that makes a lot of sense. That
That's
makes
all
a
I
lot
want
of
to say.
sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people,
So
I just had to repeat it just to make sure people didn't go over people's head. You feel what I'm saying?
that's
Because
crazy.
that's real. You know,
I didn't
you
know that though. I didn't know that either.
listen. If the water is messed up, your skin is drinking it. You know what I mean? So it makes sense if you got crap inside your perfumes and stuff like that, then you're getting it that
You
way too.
you know what that stuff causes though? You talk about a blockage of the skin. You know what it causes?
What's that?
Sometimes I look at pictures if I'm coming to the family member, not nobody, just a stranger, nothing like that. It's interesting. The more and more I study, the more you read, the more you know. And so you can look at a person and be like, "Oh, you're constipated." I'll go regular. No, you're constipated.
Baby.
Yo, she just hit
Tea
me in the
time.
dome with that.
Tea time. Tea
That is
time.
crazy. Go
You
ahead.
can look at somebody
So
and
to
tell
make
if
you
they're
constipated
constipated.
from
Yeah, you can
blocking
look
the
at
skin
somebody
off?
and tell if they constipated. You can look at someone and tell if they have kidney issues
Wow. Yes, I got that book too. I
just on
met
their
him.
skin.
See this?
That's Melanie in Layla, Africa.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes.
I,
You have
Diagnosed.
he
to.
signed my
You
book. He signed
you
that book
have
for me.
to.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
have to understand
The
that
late great Layla Africa. Hmm.
that stuff, when you go back to that Back to Eden book, when you go back to reading early on, it's telling you that most of these things, what we're gonna call them is symptoms, whatever, they cause in the gut, in the stomach. Back in the day, they called that big C word. Any chronic illnesses are called bad blood. They didn't
Mm,
call them names, okay?
hmm.
But this book just told me different. They were using that word seed back in the day. I didn't think they were in the 1930s. That means this man was born in the 1860s. His parents was born in the early 1800s. Mean he got years of knowledge from the early 1800s. So he was here with my ancestors, and I'm looking like, okay, what's going on with that process? And he says that every time they go to tell somebody about anything, say for instance, you say my skin breaking out, oh, I feel like I got a cough. Anything in that book is gonna say change your diet. I'm like,
Mm.
oh my God. So if you're not already there, it can hurt people. People are afraid away from, I don't want to read that because I don't want to eat. I like my chicken. I like it too. But guess what? I want to be here longer. You know what I mean? I just want to breathe a little bit and be happy. And I learned that with these herbs, practice make perfect. If I can give me some valerian, when you talk about a favorite plant, okay, now Yancey got on me the other day because I told him about Indian pipe, ghost pipe. I call it ghost pepper. I need to stop. I be making up names for whatever I want to call stuff. But I said I was scared because I ordered the seeds from someone and they sent me a sample of this called Indian. Yancey has this book. It's called the name of the herb is called Indian ghost pipe.
Mm.
And so the book we had, I'm looking for the book right now. Give me 1 second. I'm going to talk with it. But the herb we had was it's called Indian Ghost Pipe, right? And he was going over this book the other day, and I said go check that one out. Well, I ordered some seeds from someone
Show it
on
again.
Etsy. Huh?
Show it again.
Show it
I'm gonna
again. I'm sorry. I'm
screenshot it.
sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
Got him.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he was talking about this, and I'm like, oh, if you in that book, and I'm looking through it because I've been through this book a few times. So I'm looking through it like that's right next to what he's talking about, the high blood pressure. Go check out the Indian ghost pipe. He like, wait, what you talking about, Indian ghost pipe? And so he's looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, that one. And so I was kind of a little scared. I was, and he told me don't be getting a high phone supply. Some he said, and I'm like, oh no, he said recreational use. And I'm like, I'm scared to give herb or give these things out without trying it first. I need to know what it feels like in my body before I
Right.
give it to somebody else. Not to say it like that. These aren't that kind of drug. But
No.
what
Yeah,
frayed me
herbs.
away,
Right.
what frayed me away, now you saying it like that, you wait till I tell you what it said, okay?
Okay. Good.
Herbs. Because
I'm
I was like,
listening.
mercy. The paper said, I bought the ghost pipe seeds, right?
Uh-huh.
The paper said, here's a little sample. If you ever lost a loved one, take this. I said, baby, I don't even looking
Wow.
forward to this. I don't want this. I gave it to my husband. I said, baby, I'm not ready. I don't want to do this. He said, I'll take it. I care. And I was like, fine, you do it. Let me know how it work out for you because I'm not ready right now. I
Hold
was a
on.
little
Stop. Stop
terrified.
for 1 second. I just.
Okay, okay,
So the
okay.
herb is to help you assist with grieving. Is what you're telling me?
A lot of things. Okay, I
Okay.
like
Go
the
ahead.
question. I like the question society. You absolutely right. I said, how did my ancestors get through this world this long? I had a lot of death and dying as a young child, and I never grieved properly. You know what I mean? And so it's like because you one at a time is just going and going and going and going, and it's like my ancestors couldn't have been just fell over. Oh me,
Yeah.
oh they was not.
Just
They
think
couldn't have.
about the mental trauma that they went through, and they didn't have the help that we have.
But they had the herb. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. They had the
So
herbs.
that's what made me think. And so when I seen this, it's called this, you all. I'm gonna give you this right here. And it's backwards probably, but it's called Ghost Pipe, Indian Pipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this thing helps treat people who are on LSD trips.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Very powerful. So Yancey said, "Don't be using it for recreational use." I'm like, I wasn't. It was a sample from seedlings. Like I got some seeds, and I was like, I can't plant these right now. I don't know who did. I send you Ghost Pipe? Did I send you Ghost Pipe, Mercy?
No, man. No, no,
No.
no, no, no.
Okay, so Ghost Pipe is still here because I'm like, I can't grow them right now. I need space.
You sent me a bunch of expectorant to remove phlegm and
Demosins.
like
Okay,
that.
demosins. Okay, I got you. I got you. But yeah, that
Thank you for
herb.
that too. I'm using
Oh,
them.
you got two Merce. But you know, those herbs are important. And so the more and more I read, the more and more herbs I'm learning about. And Tree, you can tap in on this as well. You know, when we read these books or when we learning this stuff, for instance, I'm looking around like go to cola, right? I got this little Native American book, like what Dr. Sabi said, go to cola. What's go to cola? What's go to cola? Where's it at? And why it ain't in here then? If it ain't from the Americas then, dang, where's it from? Guess what it's called in this book?
What?
Indian Pennyworth.
Get out of
Pennyworth.
here.
Oh
So those
wow.
names be interchangeable. So my mind just be zipping
Yeah.
on different
Uh,
levels of it's like reading medications, Tree. And
Yeah.
she knows what I'm saying. Generic and name brand. Tylenol. I see the
ooh,
benefit. Let's go.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
ooh.
Don't change the name for me because I'm gonna learn them all.
The more you are experiencing with these herbs, the more you're gonna learn a little bit more about it too, right?
That's right. That's right. That's
Man,
right. Okay,
listen,
deja vu.
I was studying herbal acupuncture, and the Chinese or the Asian
Mm.
culture is like each herb, doesn't matter what it is, has 144 uses.
Guess
So imagine that. You know what I mean? So man,
Upbeat, upbeat. Look, I got to go upbeat because you get me when I say upbeat, I feel like I'm on a pedestal. Like I got to go up with it for real. So what blew my mind about herbs is this, Mercy. Let's blow your mind right quick. Y'all ready for a little nugget? Y'all
come on.
call them nuggets on Mercy Live. I call them
Yes, sir.
Easter eggs.
Yes, sir. Little
Like
nuggets.
dang,
Come on.
Easter eggs, little nuggets. Two things. one thing I read, and they're like, oh, for real? Okay, I see why y'all don't want people consuming that herb comfrey, B12 comfrey. Okay, we gonna leave that alone. Number two, your herbs got amino acid, it got protein, it got iron, it got phosphorus, NPK, if you will, because you grew
Yep.
them from the ground. It got all those nutrients in it. When you talk about people say, what can I get some Irish sea moss? You know, the internet went crazy over Irish sea moss. I need it. I'm like, baby, there's a million herbs. Holy baby, you don't even need. It's so many you can use. And I tell people this:
Moringa, all of those got 92 of them.
depend on your climate, where you came from, where you grew up from. You got everything you need in your backyard. Your grandmama taught you that.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. You don't
B.
have to go all the way to Ireland to go and get
That's
you some.
right.
You
That's right.
don't have to do that. You don't have to order from all the way over there. But you can pop you a moringa seed in the ground.
See,
Man,
see,
I
you
want
got
to
moringa. You
go.
got moringa tree.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
I'm about
See,
to do it
Merce.
fast. I want to share this with y'all. This is something I was going to pull out. I'm about to do
Good
castor
job. The
oil.
backyard farms. Castor oil.
Yeah, castor oil gel caps. You freeze them, right? And then you take
Okay.
them at a certain point in the morning in the wee hours. It takes a time to process. By the time it hits your small and large intestines, they will burst, and that's where all the
Wow.
parasites are in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you take them at a certain time at night, you don't get like the adverse reaction. You're supposed to take 5 of them at a time, right? For 5 days. So there's 25 pills in this thing. That's what I'm doing this week. So
Nice. Nice.
wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and by the time you wake up in the morning, you will be using the bathroom. So
Yeah.
you don't have to go through the
See,
constipation. You don't
see,
have to
you know
go
what
through
though?
the
But you know
irritable
what,
bowel
Mercy?
syndrome.
You're doing the right thing, because if we can all agree with this right now, if we try to heal people when we go in for that gut, the number one complaint you get from people is, oh man, I don't want to go to the bathroom that often. Oh man, I'm going to the bathroom back and forth. Ah, that's too much. It's like we got to read,
I
and
use the bathroom.
we got taught in the medical field. Patients would come in, in the military, we want to be SIQ, sick in quarters, if y'all will, or LLD, light limited duty. So
Right.
we be like, yeah, I've been pooping all day long, and I don't know what's wrong with my system. But I couldn't do that. But they did that. You know what I mean? And what they would do is we watching them in our waiting room. How many times you gonna go to the bathroom before I call you back here? Okay, yeah, you ain't did none of that. Whatever you said. You get back here and you tell me you went to the bathroom 15 times, right? What I'm gonna tell you is anything want to get out that body is gonna come out. And not gonna stop it. It's supposed to come out. Now what the body need is an urge to say stay or play or load and go. We're gonna let this
Mm.
ride, or we're gonna hold back because you're losing too much fluids too fast. Cause that can kill you. You know what I mean? That can do things. It can do things. Undoing something. I can't say that word. Undoing some things. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so if you don't understand it, people feel like, I don't want to use the bathroom. I don't want nothing coming out. You need to read it. My grandmother wouldn't let me. She had diabetes, born in 1928. She would, when I rubbed her legs, she said, don't you ever come back up my legs. I always push that pain
Oh,
out
down.
and down, down and
Yeah.
out, baby. So I'm an old
Yeah.
soul. We don't get taught to pull pain back up. We pushed it out the body the way it exits to the feet, from the head to the toe, from as upbeat as she knows, okay? From what is it, dismal to
Yeah.
proximal, okay? You go from
Yeah.
the top to the bottom, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Any way you wrap somebody, you put a bandage on somebody's arm, it's from the top to the bottom. You
Mm.
don't go from up to this way. You don't go up in the body. And with that being said, everything that we learn is relative to this herbalism. It's relative to holistic care. And it's really amazing. And it's just outstanding to know that herbs have actual protein. And these things these herbs we're talking about, everything in the store has a freaking nutrition label. Okay. No herbs have a nutrition label. You got to read about that.
And you don't need them though, because again, God bless those. You know what I mean? I want to say this too, which is a really good point. What you just said, that makes sense. What you said about like massaging from the bottom down, because
Yeah.
you want to pull it out of your fingers, or you pull it out of the toe, or pull it out your ears, or
Yeah.
your head, or whatever.
Distal,
You know,
distal, not distal.
people who are
Mm-hmm.
studying massage therapy or reflexology. They're learning all of this
Yeah,
too. So that's
yeah,
relative. That really makes a lot of sense. And you know, these kind of conversations, it reminds you of the things that you already know, but it's just shaped in a different kind of way, right? So,
that's
you
true.
know, it's a building block. So
Hmm.
I really appreciate what you just shared with them. And some
It's
people
amazing.
may have not known that, and some people may have, but we're here to
Nice.
share, man. We're here to share what we
Yeah.
know to those who
But
do
Mercy,
not know.
Mercy, what's your favorite plant? What do you have going on the herbalism side? Now you got tree here, you got me here. What's your favorite herb? What's your favorite
Um,
herb? We want to know the herbs. What's up? What's up?
you know, I'm a berry kind of guy. Fruits and berries, berries and fruits. So like
Okay.
I'm studying all of the berries, right? Because berries are dealing with the anti-aging, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite, but like I'm going with the mulberries right now, the
Okay.
gojis and strawberries, any of them, you know what I mean? All the
Yeah.
berries, boys and berries, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and right now it's still kind of cold. You see, I'm still in the sweater, right? Y'all got some short sleeves on or whatever. I'm in 7B.
Oh, I'm,
The
I'm,
weather
it's
said it was supposed to be 60 something today. It was real cold. So I
I
was
see.
leathered up. And
Yikes.
so, it's hit or miss. And like my goji berry, like I think I sent Tree a goji berry. You'll get a cutting as well,
Okay.
Roxy.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Right?
Cool. Cool.
Look, you and Edwina, I'm going to bless. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
know,
owe you
y'all.
guys
We,
a
we we
nice
love you,
package.
Merce.
You
We
guys been
we love
treating me
you,
really
Merce. We
good.
love you,
We
Merce.
love you too. The love is returned tenfold. I just want to say, regarding some of these berries, because I got in over my head. Like I just want them all, right? You just can't just buy
Yeah.
one. Like Edwina went to Plant Com
Yeah.
and just bought all the mints, right? She went on a mint run. I went
Hey,
on a
that's my
berry run.
girl. That's my girl. Yes, you
Oh,
have
I
to.
love them. I love all these sisters and brothers too, the ones in the community. I just want to
Absolutely.
say that these berries sometimes will trick you too because like they need a cold snap. I thought my goji berry was a mess. And what happened was around November, it started blooming. I was like, it just was in reverse. So by Thanksgiving, I had so many goji berries you could fill this hat. Okay.
Wowzers. How
You
you
know,
like them? How do they
and it
taste
was
out your garden?
nothing. Huh?
But how was that taste out of your garden from what you tasted? Like
Oh, oh.
what was that
Well,
experience like?
goji berries are like an acquired taste, but it's like a kind of tangy, sweet thing. I didn't pluck them like because I was eating them on an everyday tip, you know.
Okay.
And yeah, so I want to see what's going to go on this year, man. I'm really interested in if it's a favorite plant. I want to try the
Mm.
boysenberry.
Okay.
The
They
boys,
out here too. The boysenberries out
I
here. They
got
be doing all
boysenberry
them
too. Like
jams.
that boysenberry was a creeper, right? So it kind of like the strawberry, it kind of
Yeah.
crawls out of the pot. It crawled out
Got
of the
runners.
pot
It
and
got
just started.
runners. It got runners on it.
He was running.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
clipped him. As he took root, I said, "All right, I'm gonna take that in the house." So I was waiting for him to pop back up. So I'm not seeing anything yet. But we had a lot of good rain this week. So let's see. Let's pray. Let's see what happens.
So
But
you what plant is you look for, so in the next 3 months, what plant are you willing to like say, you know what, this is the plant that has made me this year, this plant have done me proud. I put a lot of work in. I'm reaping what I sowed. What plant
I
is
ain't
that?
see nothing I rep yet. I'm not reaping anything. Look. I done gave. I'm going in different communities. I'm giving out, man. I've given out hundreds of
But
plants already. But I want to say that I'm looking forward to artichokes. I'm looking
okay.
forward to some of
Okay.
this purple corn. You're gonna get
Okay.
some of this purple corn. Um, I'm doing the Three Sisters, right? I
Okay,
got.
cool. Okay, squad. Okay, let's
I'm doing
go.
chickpea. I'm doing chickpeas. I'm doing purple corn, and what's the other one? Right. So hold up. It's bean. Oh, pumpkin. So yeah, thank you. Acorn squash.
Because they need to
And,
go in the ground like right
yeah.
now for pumpkins for the fall. They need to
Oh
go in
yeah,
the
I got
ground
a
like right
few.
now. Okay.
I
Okay.
got a few out there. Yeah. I got
Let's
I got four.
go.
I got four little sections that I'm doing. The three sisters. So I got the yellow corn and I've got the purple corn. But one I got chickpea. The other one I got like some green beans and the turtle beans and this other thing. So, and everybody, each thing got either a butternut or a Hubbard
Squashes.
squash. The
Okay,
Hubbard
squash is
squash.
good.
So that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
That's
Because I
good.
just wanted to see those things run. I want to test the theory. I haven't done that before, right? So I'm planting them in the west, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sun shines in the east, sets in the
Mm-hmm.
west. It's
Yeah.
going to get a lot of light on the west. So I got it in the southwest part of my house, and I just
Okay.
want to see how that rocks. So the rain, plenty of rain, and it's got good compost back there. So we'll see what it is. So I don't know.
What about those mullet seeds you planted about 4 months ago, Mercy? What's up?
Man, listen, the same thing. It's like I don't know if it's a cold stratification. Maybe I
Okay.
put too many out there.
No,
Um,
it's coming. It's probably gonna it's gonna surprise you
it's
then,
gonna
because they
surprise me.
they come out when it's hey, we right here, we
Right.
not going
Anywhere.
anywhere.
And
Yeah, they
look,
gonna
we're
be
right here. And look, and
there.
you can't say I can't say that I hadn't been putting the right amendments in there because I amend my soil.
Yeah,
It's just a struggle, so we got to just figure it out. I guess everything has to catch up with each other.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Sometimes it takes a minute to start popping off.
Yeah, it does. You grow a mullen tree?
Yes.
You like it? How do you do? Like how is your experience with the mullen you grow?
Oh, I grow it I've been growing it every single year for the past 5 years.
I'm with you on that one. Right, that's right. I got 12 of them right now. I don't know where they're gonna go, but
Yeah.
yes, indeed. I'm
I've got four of them that's getting ready to go to shoot up the flowers. These are the second year ones. And
mhm.
so I've got some that I just got through planting some more seeds that I just got through planting. Um, so I'm just waiting on those to pop up. But yeah, I make mullein tincture, and everybody gets mullein
Mhm.
tincture every
That's right.
So
with
better, mama, shut your mouth. Mullen is also super good.
honey. I don't
Listen,
play those things over here.
I don't
Even
play.
you
Listen,
know, like clear, we have to keep everything moving up in here.
You
I
better
know
So
that's right. You know what? I be forgetting. I be on these herbs, and I wake up next morning like, ooh, that must have been that fan. Nah, that was those herbs. Like yo, it's the blood purifiers, the
yeah.
mucus busters. The emulsions. It everything it hits. I look, and I didn't know. Like, and I will say this. I will say this because I started to say this early when I first got into gardening. You all, and a lot of people don't know. Even as a plant based person, y'all, like this is my only source of food. Right, plants. Okay, crazy. Why wasn't I eating it, y'all? And why was I scared to eat it? I don't know. I'm gonna tell you two other nuggets
conditioning.
about. I'm gonna tell you about two other nuggets about me. It was mental. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, coming from those streets of Chicago, I thought tuna came out of the can and spinach came out the can. Okay, I was probably like some in the military with my homegirl. We was out. They like to talk about me. My homegirl from New York, like Mercy. That's what me and Mercy would go toe to toe, toe to toe. Chicago and New York, it's like that. And so my homegirl is like that. We like, I don't care. I said, don't walk off in traffic like that. Those people can't see you. I don't care. They can see me. And she's like, okay, gotcha. All right, easy. So my homegirl, New York, she taught me a lot about some of the herbal things like tamarinds and centerleaf. She told me a few things. And she's from Guyana. I didn't know a lot of these herbs. And I got into those things with herbs, but we were sitting there having dinner one day and she goes, I said, what is the order? She said, tuna. I said, that's tuna? It's pink. She looking at me like, girl, what? Get out of my food. Now, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are pretty sure in our mid-20s at this point. I am, at least. I am sitting at a table with one of my best friends saying,
Wait, hold on. Roxy, you in the mid 20s? I forgot you forever 29. Go on ahead. Okay, okay, back.
That was
My business.
that was
Excuse me.
that time.
Don't ever
That was
ask a woman
don't
her
do
age.
that, Mercy.
I feel
No,
like
no, I don't, I don't, I
I
don't,
feel
I
like
don't,
my grandmama just slapped me just now.
I
My
don't
mama and
ascribe
my
that.
grandmama.
No, no. So
Yes.
I don't,
On
I don't,
Mother's
I don't,
on Mother's Day Monday right now. Okay. I feel like I
no,
just
and
got
Mercy, and
popped right now.
I don't even
Excuse
do the
me.
holidays that heavy.
I
I
don't
don't do
know
it. But I'm
how.
just
I
saying,
apologize.
I
Go
don't.
ahead. Continue.
You know what's crazy? I don't feel offended by anybody asking my age because I'll tell my age. It's just the fact that in that time I was in my mid 20s and I couldn't believe that in 20 years I'm a grown person and I'm looking at like why am I thinking spinach come from a can, tuna come from a can, baby been off liver cheese, I can't stand it, hog head cheese, hot head cheese, I love it, crackers, peanut butter sandwich for a whole month, like I've been through all them gutters and them wrenches, whatever you want to call them trenches. But the thing is, baby girl, spinach don't come from a can. You've been watching too much Popeye, honey.
What up?
You've
Yep.
been watching cartoons and nobody taught me. And it was one day, my mother was living with we was all living with my paternal grandmother, and she grew a garden. I asked my mother to this day. I said, "What made you do that?" She said, "Girl, I grabbed me an almanac, and it said put these seeds in." I said, "I remember us going out there." And as I got
Mhm.
older and I was in the military, somebody said, "Girl, you had a garden in Chicago?" It was a lady from Texas. I said, "In Virginia." She said, "I said, yeah, my mother had," and it was our neighbor at the other end of the block, Mr. Marshall, bless his heart. He said, "Pearl." That's what he told my grandma. Your
Right.
garden sure look nice. Oh, Pearl, Pearl. That's right.
Right,
That's
right.
right.
Both of our grandmothers named Pearl. Go ahead, baby. Let's go. Shout out to
That's
both our grandmothers,
that's
Pearl.
Pearl,
Grandma
Pearl,
Pearl.
West Side Pearl. I love Pearl. He said, Pearl. He said, your garden look really good. And my grandmother said, what garden? Why? We all stood up now. My mother had us out there. I'm talking about doing the digging, doing a hole. She from Mississippi now. She said, "No, y'all gotta." We thought we was gonna put some seeds in the ground. And it was gonna, woo! Children was gonna see magic. No, she's like, "You gotta do all this work." It was a whole family out there in our yard and dug it up. And she said, "We gotta wait and let it sit. We gotta pull the dirt over right now. Then we're gonna plant our seeds." Y'all, we went back there, and this was the most beautiful, fantastic. When I say we stood on that porch like Celie and them did when they say, "Mama Goonie, Mama," no lie. We was looking at the garden like it was our first time seeing big juicy tomatoes. Just eat
Wow.
them like they apples, cucumber, squash, stuff that I ain't eat. Like we grew every. My mother took every seed, and so that was my first absolute training of gardening. Like, okay, you can grow food, and I'm like, girl, that's Chicago fire, that ash. Like this soil is good. Like it's nature. And so with that being said, I really appreciated that moment in my life to see somebody reflect, and it was older people. That's why I can relate to older souls or older. And I'm not to say it like that on age. I'm an older soul, so people that I can be relative to on a mature level that can understand those values of life. When you see a garden, stop and stare, not walk past like. I want you to stare. That's my goal for you. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. That's a jewel too. Because
Mm-hmm.
gardens are supposed to be like the Garden of Eden. That's supposed to be a place of peace. It's supposed to be a place of tranquility. It's supposed to be a place to serenity. It's supposed to be a
Yeah,
place for you to decompress and
that's
just
right.
enjoy it. You're supposed to sit there.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be everything at your fingertips, right? Everything that you
Yep,
need. And back in them times where your grandma Pearl, my grandma Pearl, they created these things called victory gardens. And these
that's
victory
right.
gardens was like, hey man, it was man versus the machine. And if you see those people back in that time, everybody was slim. Facial
Yeah.
looked good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Didn't have all these problems, right? And once we
Mm-hmm.
stopped doing that, we went into the fast food thing, and you know how that ended up. So, we're going back. It's everything is a cycle,
Yes,
right? And it's a
it is.
cyclical
It
thing.
is.
And I'm so happy that we are all on the pulse of it. We might be late bloomers, and some of us might be above the curve, but we're trying to get it together. Okay,
Hey, we working on it. Everybody in it. Hey,
that's some real ish.
Alwina got six. Alwina said she got six mulling plants. Come on, Alwina, let's go with it. Okay.
we got to take a picture. We in at 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna
Okay. Okay,
get
okay. Cause
space
I forget
for
y'all
those
East
who
Coast.
have
Y'all see it still.
questions.
Y'all see that light? It's giving light. I'm on the West
Right,
Coast still,
because
so
you
it's
over there in
giving daytime.
California,
So
you
I'm
got
like,
all the glory
daylight,
days.
girl. We is getting cozy. Like, it's nighttime. I get it. I get it.
One of my mods said put tree in the box because she want to take a picture. Is we ready? Is what I'm asking.
Okay.
So yeah. So look, everybody got to get a picture. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put tree
I
in the box. We're gonna put
know.
you in the
Okay.
box too. Uh,
Okay. Let's
handle
do
your
it. Let's see
business.
right here.
Handle your scandal, sister lady. All right. And all right.
Okay.
So we got it. Okay. Now we're gonna put Roxy in the box. Okay. Is we good? Okay. Okay, wait, because I ain't getting cussed out tonight. Okay, we got it. Okay,
Okay. I
cool.
don't be caring. I'm okay.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Look, we ain't get a million likes. Man, it was so much information. Please follow Roxy. Roxy is a jewel. Okay? This is my
And I'm following
friend.
people.
This is my
I'm
friend.
following people at the
Okay,
live too.
so if you guys are not hip to the Garden and Gumbo, you just coming in here, hey man, we're welcome to have you. You guys are gonna see us next week. We're gonna start to plan our little closing comments. We can give about two quick uh, questions for the panel. Anybody on a panel, and
Hmm.
we're gonna kick rocks and flip flops. We're gonna get up out of here.
That's right.
So if anybody got some
Thanks,
questions, this will be the
Alwina.
time. This will be the time to ask the questions. And
Want to where's Aldwina at? She's
oh, she is she
Okay,
ready? Is
Alwina.
Alduna going to sign us off? If
Okay,
she wants
Alwina.
to, if she wants to, yeah, she usually like signs us off. Okay, look, she said, "How can I get started with a piece of mullet?"
I
Good
got
question.
plenty. Plenty got plenty. I'm plenty.
a piece of mullein. I don't know if you can propagate mullein like that. I don't know. I think that
I don't know.
you would have to have a root.
Can I get
Yeah, true,
seeds?
true. That's true. You need to have a connect. Cause let me say this: I planted a bunch of mullein seeds together in a pile. If y'all seen one of my videos where I got that mullein all in there, and I
Yeah.
took it and I had to separate all of because I grew them in grow plugs, which I got hydroponics. So what happened was I had to separate that, tear that grow plug without tearing the roots. But you definitely need a root attached, Alvina. Is a tree saying you need that root attached. But you can take mullein is so friendly with transplantation.
Hmm.
You can take it and do a bare root with it. You know what I mean? Almost, right?
It's very
Tree?
forgiving. Yeah, it's
Yes,
very
yes,
forgiving.
yes, it is.
Man, I didn't even see my man Derek. Derek was trying to get on here. We're gonna have to get with Derek next week. I don't want to feel like our brother we snubbed him or whatever. Um,
Derek.
Any more questions, man? Because Edwina got to take us home, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can do it like my sister. You know what I'm saying?
Come
So,
on, Alvina.
Edwina,
Hey.
you got questions. You know what I'm saying? You here? Let's get
You
you
know,
up in here.
I've
Edwina got to get a
enjoyed the
picture.
live.
Come on, get a picture.
Come
Moderators
on,
got to get a
Alvina.
picture of our sister.
Look at
Can
that
we do it?
smile. Look at that smile.
One, two, three. I'm gonna take it myself. One, two, three. The mods is not modding. Okay, we are not being modest. Okay,
You so
all right.
silly.
I've enjoyed the live.
I'm just bugging.
No, I don't have any questions. I was just listening, just making
Mm-hmm.
sure I was present,
Okay, I
uh,
appreciate that.
and enjoying everything. Because sometimes you just want to sit back and enjoy. So I was enjoying today. I love hearing from Roxy and Tree and Mercy, of course. And it was a good show as always,
What was
as
your
always.
favorite part of the show that we missed? Because sometimes we in it, we don't see everything. You know what I mean?
So I
Yeah.
so I'm gonna tell you what I like the most. I like the question of what is your favorite plant, herb, what have you, and everybody giving their experience as to why they like what they like.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really nice.
Thank
That's
you,
beautiful.
Alvina.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And I also like the fact that we talked about, like why everybody is getting back to humble beginnings, like how things were, in touch with, their why, as to, like we all are here to heal and help each other. And I think that it's something very spiritual, but just something so beautiful going on right now. And you know, we don't know exactly what it is, but we feel it, and that's a good thing that we feel it, and we're being honest and true to what is moving us to do the things that we need to do. So I'm kind of overjoyed on that because it's like we're in different places and spaces. We're knowing about these plants uh, s- that are here for us. They've always been here for us, and we're getting back to what once was. So I love it. I could go on for days, but I'm not
Can
going
we
to.
can we just say can
Thank
we
you,
just say
Alina.
to everyone how we just feel good doing this?
Yeah,
That's a
we do.
flex in
We do.
itself. It's
Hmm.
joy. You know,
Right.
so
It
if
is.
it's joy, then do more of it. You get success from
Shout
things
out,
that you love. That's it. Period in the story.
Mercy.
Yes, ma'am.
Shout out to a message from God. Good evening. Good evening,
Yeah.
message from God.
All
He's
right,
always a
message
good
from
guy.
God.
Message from God. He does a lot of great landscaping. I love watching
Yes,
his
he
videos.
does.
You all follow him. He does amazing jobs. I'm telling you all.
Praise
Marlon, you
God.
got it. I mean,
A
he got some good
really,
stuff.
really good guy.
Stuff I ain't heard of, but he's a great
Yeah,
gardener,
good
great farmer.
content
I love
too.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
I just followed him, I think. Brother, follow me and I'll follow you back, you know. So look, hey man, it's another wrap, man. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna wrap up this show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wrap up this show with the garden gumbo, and Edwin
Let's
is gonna send
go,
us home.
Mercy.
You know what
All
I'm
right.
saying? Praise the Lord, and we did another show. God bless you. Thank everybody for coming by, and Edwina.
We hope you have an excellent week. We look forward to seeing you on next week for more cares and shares. So, in the meantime, as well as in between time, it is my prayer that you take care of yourself so that we can take care of each other. See you guys soon.
God bless everybody.
Bye
See
Love
you next
you.
week.
God bless. See you
Bye.
guys. See